Hello, my name is Garry Phillips from Automotive Garage Solutions. Today we're going to have a look at fault diagnosis on a climate control system with direct drive compressor. The scenario is the vehicle's been brought down to us, it's had a pipe replaced, it's been regassed, but the air conditioning system won't function correctly. So we're going to go into the climate control system and see what faults and live data in that we can find. Right, we have our diagnostic scanner attached to the vehicle, and what we're going to do is have a look at the climate control ECU to see if there's any fault codes logged. Fault codes can be logged if the refrigerant has been lost from the system while it's in motion to stop the air conditioning system functioning. And of course, once we've regassed the vehicle, which we have, it still won't function until those fault codes are removed. Okay, we've now accessed the climate control ECU. So the first thing we're going to have a look at to see if there is any fault codes logged, and there is none. So that should mean the system will operate as normal, but we know it's not operating as normal, so what we'll need to do then is look at the live data or the data stream with the air conditioning system functioning. Now we can see we've got voltage, we've got 4 bar of pressure, which is obviously the standing pressure, outside temperature, interior temperature sensor. So nothing is actually moving there at all. Although we've got voltage, we've got 4 bar as standard, there is no operational usage of the air conditioning system. So we need to have a more in-depth look and try and have a look in other areas to see if there is any fault codes. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to come out of the climate control ECU, because I also know that on the BMW 3 Series E90 the climate control is also listed in the junction box electronics as well. So we're going to access the junction box electronics and look at the data stream here to see if we've got any functionality with the air conditioning system. As you can see there, the refrigerant sensor 4.36, that's the 4 bar that we had before. And we can also see whether the control valve in the direct drive compressor is getting any signals, and in effect it's not getting any signal at all. We're at 0 milliamps. So there's no signal from the climate control unit asking the compressor to give any compression. So what we're going to do now is go back and see if there is any fault codes logged in the JBE ECU, which there is, and of course that's now telling us it's the refrigerant pressure sensor. This fault code's been logged in because obviously once the refrigerant was lost, the pressure switch went open circuit and has now logged the fault code in. So what we need to do is clear this fault code out and retest the system. So that's the fault code cleared, and just to prove that the system is now functioning okay, we'll re-look at the data stream. And there's a clear indication there we have more pressure, we're at 9.5 bar, but even clearer again, if we look at the control valve signal from the climate control system, we should now start to see an intermittent feed through to the climate control unit directly to the compressor. So there we can see the milliamp readings, which means the compressor is now operational. Okay, now we've removed the fault codes and checked the live data. We know the system is running correctly. What we need to do now is do a full performance test on the air conditioning and climate control system using temperature probes, gauge readings off an aircon machine, etc. But it just goes to show that the fault codes don't always have to be logged in the climate control system ECU. It could be in other areas or other ECUs on the vehicle, so it's worthwhile checking through, running a short test if that's available on the scanner for that particular vehicle, and removing those fault codes. And of course, check your live data. That concludes our video. Thank you very much for watching.